I can say this. I have a lot of feelings for L'Oreal. I see a young lady who is lost. I see a young lady who needs guidance, and she has done me so wrong in the past that I don't want to be that person anymore to give you guidance and feed you and help you out in this industry anymore, because I feel like I've been burned too many times. So I do have those feelings for her. I want her. Okay, first of all, let's be all the way clear. L'Oreal was on the show because I brought her to Mona. Okay, L'Oreal and I hadn't spoken for a year prior to that. And what I wrote in the book, that chapter, was the end of our friendship. So the friendship was over. And what I wrote in the book was something that I had written in my journal when it happened. So it happened. And everything that I wrote in that chapter actually happened. And we didn't speak until the show went into pre-production, and she reached out to me. And she was like, oh, you know, they're saying that you told them we have beef. I don't talk like that, first of all. I don't use those words. That's number one. Number two, what I did say was, I want to see her successful. And if this show can help that for her, because I don't see her going in the right direction right now. From what I see on the outside. I'm not in the mix. I don't talk to her. I don't hang out with her. But from what I see, I don't see there being any advance in this music career that she's been pursuing for years. And I want to see her successful. And you know, I even joked about, well, maybe I can get some of my money back. I joked to VH1. A lot of the money that I put into her.
Oh, so you invested a lot of money into her?
A lot of money.
How much?
I mean, between the shopping and the hair and the studio and the travel and, I mean, thousands of dollars. I would say maybe $20,000
$20,000
in total, maybe a little bit more than that, but an average of 20 grand. I mean, and that was just in one time span where she was asking for help. Those years prior to that, you know, if I went to eat and she was there, I would pay the bill.
Sure.
If, you know, I had a place to stay, she didn't, she would stay with me. So if you want to include, you know, because she said, oh, we were roommates. I mean, for me, a roommate, you have your own room at the place and we split bills. That was never the case. Sure. There was never a roommate. A roommate situation is the rent is $2,000. You give me $1,000, I give you $1,000. We take it to the rental office. Not I pay cable, phone, electricity, lighting, put food, the rent. I'm paying for the car insurance, to park the car in this underground. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not upset that I did it for her. Because when I did it out the kindness of my heart. There was never a contract saying, if I pay for you to go to this studio and I get your hair done and I book you shows, that I'm going to get a piece of this. I never asked for shit.
It was just more like a friendship.
Never, exactly. She was signed still to Red Cafe at the time. So for me, I was just doing it as a friend. I had it, you know, and I wanted to see her progress. I thought she had talent. I thought this was something that, you know, we can really make. And I tell her this, and I used to tell her this all the time. I said, you gonna blow up and you gonna forget all about me. And it was all, I felt like that about her because of everything she had put me through. I had been let down so many times. She had just done me wrong so many times, left me in bad positions and disappeared and left me stuck with things, you know what I mean? And it was just like, it was a bad relationship, because when she would come back, it was just like, okay, she's young. And you know, I kept saying that she's young, she doesn't have anyone to look up to and all this kind of stuff. And then it just got to the point where, and that was in the book, the last straw, I'm over it. I done spent all this fucking money on you. I'm giving you my everything. I'm not getting my hair done so that you can get your hair done.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm making sure that you are dressed to the T. And I'm in sweatpants. So when I'm giving you, and you know, a lot of it too with me wanting to see her do well, and also with her spending a lot of time with me, you know, I didn't want it. I've been around artists who have their friends around them and they're the only ones that have the money, and everyone else around them is broke. I wanted her to have. I didn't want to have to go to dinner with you every time and pay. I want you to have your own.
Right.
So I opened up everything to her. My closet, my wallet, my everything. Everything that I had, my car, my house. Right. Everything. I'm paying for these bitches to come put makeup on you. I don't even have makeup. But you're the artist. I don't have paperwork on you. And for you to do me so wrong. It's just like, at what point would I just say, okay, enough is enough? And you know, I do have, if that was, I would have never brought her to Mona. I would have never told Mona I want her to be part of the show. I didn't want her to be part of the show so her and I can go to the bar and I can find her a man. Nothing that I'm interested in.
Right. There was a line in the book that you read that was kind of interesting. You said that she's sleeping with all these millionaires and not getting anything out of it. Can you explain that a little bit?
Here's my thing. If I'm footing the bill for everything and I'm taking care of everything, but when we're out in a club and you're leaving a club with this basketball player that's just spent $8,000 in bottles, and then you come to me in the morning and I have to feed you, and I have to clothe you, and I have to make sure that you're okay financially, I have a problem with that. If I have a conversation with you and on one end of the spectrum you're telling me you don't have any money, you need help financially, you know, your checking account's in the negative, and I'm making sure that you have money in your account so that you don't get to the creditor. But on the other hand, you're telling me I'm sleeping with ball player, football player, basketball. Hold on a second. There's a problem there. For me, there's a problem. Some of these guys are married. Some of these guys have absolutely no interest in you, and you know it. Like, you know, and I've had these conversations with her. This is not something that she just, oh my God, I didn't know she felt this way about me. I've had conversations with her. I've had friends of mine have conversations. Know your worth. Stop just sleeping around with these guys and thinking that it's cool because you're seen with them. That's not gonna be enough. Just because you were at the club with him standing at the table next to him while he popping $20,000 worth of bottles, but you know, everything you have on, someone else had to buy for you. You don't have any money. You don't have anything. Now, if you're a woman who got your shit together and your bills are paid and you got your own crib and you're doing all this and you're sleeping around for the hell of it, I say fine. But there's no way in hell that I'm going to be in a club with this dude and he's already worth $100 million and he's spending $20,000 on bottles or on strippers, but I can't ask him for $2 grand to help me pay my rent. And I'm sleeping with him. That's bullshit. That's not prostitution. That's not gold digging. That's fuck that. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. I need something. You got it. What's the problem? That's just the same way a friend saying, you got $20 till I get paid. It's the same shit. You just asking for more money.
I mean, would she actually see some of these guys repeatedly, or is it just like a one-night thing and that's it?
Some of them were a one-night thing, but you know, when you're in Miami, a lot of these guys frequent Miami. So, you know, you can get a Joe Schmo who plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers or something, for example. And, you know, he comes into town and he comes on a Wednesday and he stays Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know, for the week. He might come back in the off season and stay for a month. And then, you get what I'm saying? And it was just one of those type of things. And she'd run into them in the club. And it's like, oh, so-and-so's here. Like, for example, we would always go out. We would go out a lot in Miami. And I'm not a high heel girl. So, but I buy very expensive high heel shoes because they're nice. Right. So I'll wear them to the club. I'm the type of person, I'm going to sit my ass down in one spot for the whole night. And I'm going to party, I'm going to dance, do my two-step. She would want to go to the club, walk around, and look for a baller. And look for who's in the spot. And look for, so that she can leave with him. But then you come back to me in the morning, 9 in the morning, you get dropped off in the cab, and what's I gotta make you breakfast? I just thought that that was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't care how you want to judge me for it, but at the end of the day, these are conversations I've had with her. And you know, she throws this, oh, you were a prostitute, but you've sat on my couch so many times and you've tried to figure out how do I do it.
So she called you a prostitute? Yeah,
now that's her thing, because I made the comment about the she was like, well, you know, you prostitute yourself, and that's bullshit. I date guys, I date wealthy men, and at the end of the day, you see what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm dealing with in your finances. You know what you're dealing with when you see me, and I walk in with a $5,000 bag, a Rolex watch. I'm not no cheap bitch. So you know the stature of woman that you're dealing with. So you're not gonna take me to McDonald's. You're gonna make sure I go to a nice restaurant. And if you like me, and you like me a lot, and we're seeing each other on a regular basis, and we're starting to sleep together on a regular basis, and you're coming over and you're spending 3 or 4 nights a week at my house, nigga, when the first of the rent, that rent needs to get paid. What you trying to do?
Right.
And if you like me, you want to make sure I'm good. You got $20,000 in your pocket. Why you can't give a chick you like $1,000 as a man?
Right.
You meet a girl, you like her, she likes nice things. You're in a shoe store and you see nice shoes.
You buy the shoes.
I'm messing with Michelle. I like Michelle. That's my chick. I like to see Michelle. You're not gonna bond for her? Is Michelle a prostitute?
Nah, I feel you.
You know, you make that fake ass movie and made a fake ass edit and lied about everything that took part, you know what I mean? But you did it to assassinate me.
And believe me, he been getting his worth out of that female. And I heard something about it that in the pre-agreement or nothing that he said he want his titties and that booty back if it go down. He owned that.